Welcome back to Six Arrows. Today's the first day I'm actually gonna get it all the way out to 80 yards. I have been telling you about this for the entire time that I've been doing this little video series, so I wanted to show you what 80 yards look like for the first time. As you can see, that little white dot way out there is my block target, same one that I've been shooting into the whole time. And yeah, 80 yards is a long way. Before I jump into that, I want to tell you a little bit about the rest of my setup. I already went over the arrows with you. As far as a sight, I have a black gold Verdict Ascent custom. So you pick the platform and then make your modifications to that. I picked 5 pins. I picked the 10,000th pin size. I got the little sight light that you can order separately with it. I did choose the 6-inch pigtail versus the standard, I think it was 4-inch kind of molded mount. Like I said, I want the ability to get that farther out there. Not the cheapest sight, but I wanted something that I could grow into. So this is probably the last year I'm going to use this bow. We'll talk a little bit about that later. But I wanted to pick a sight that I could move up with. This also is a movable, has movable pins. So when I have this set to 0, I have my pins set up at 20, 30, 40, 45, and 50. And I'll have this little pointer right here at the 50-yard point. If I ever want to shoot farther than that, you just pop this lever to loosen things up and then crank it down. Right now I have it set to where I think I need to be for 80 yards. Again, this tape was put on here back when I was shooting my old FMJs, so these yardage marks aren't quite the same. 60 was at about 60, between 61 and 62. Was about right. 70, I was between the 73, 74-ish. It was probably 73 and a half is where it really needed to be. So for 80, I'm setting it at 85 yards, and we'll see how close that gets me. As far as a rest, I have a QAD Ultra Rest HD, the HDX drop away. I just switched back to that. I shot a Whisker Biscuit up until this. The fibers were bad on it, and I just wanted to switch back to a fall away. So this is the first year I'm back at a fall away rest. And then the bow itself is a 2015 Hoyt Charger, which is one of their entry level bows. Not very expensive, not a very fast bow. I think we put it through the chronometer, and I think it was only shooting at 239 feet per second, and that was back with my FMJ, so it's probably a little bit slower than that now. And you'll see when I shoot this from 80 yards, there's quite a bit of hump in there. So like I said, probably the last year that I'll use this as my primary bow. This does top out at 60-pound draw weight, and I want something that's going to throw these heavier high FOC arrows a little bit faster, so probably upgrading next year. But I picked a sight and a rest that are absolutely good enough to upgrade with my new bow, so I'm not starting completely from scratch. Yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about that. This has been a great bow. I have nothing bad to say about it. I just want to challenge myself a little bit more as an archer from distance, so I think I need a little bit more from that perspective. Super lightweight, pretty short axle to axle, so it's easy to carry into the woods. Yeah, literally no complaints. I've loved this bow and had it for yeah, since I think I bought it in 2016, so it's been a good one for me. That said, let me get the cameras all set up, and then I'll throw 6 of these down range from 80 yards, and we'll see what it looks like. That's a long way. At this distance, every little mistake is magnified. I'm not sure how well it's showing up on camera. I'm pretty happy with most of those shots so far. Let's go take a look. Well, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with that. Considering that's the first time I've stretched it to 80 yards. Yeah, that's not too bad. It does show you why I'm not going to be taking any shots at animals at 80 yards. Like I said, until I can consistently put them inside the 7-inch circle, I'm not really comfortable taking a shot from a specific distance unless I can hit that very consistently. But like I said, my goal was to get it out to 80 so I could be confident at 40, and this is the first time I've gotten out there, so it's only going to get better from here. As far as these 3 green ones and this red one all being online, I can adjust that where I had that dial pin. Like I told you, I had it at 85 with these heavier arrows. I probably need to back it down to 84, 83 and a half. I felt things moving a little bit on these two, but like I said, every mistake that you make gets accentuated as you go further back in distance. So considering that, I can't complain about this at all. Well, there you have it from 80 yards. Can't say I'm too upset with that performance. I told you I'd get to 80 yards. That's why I wanted to show you my first crack at it. I'll definitely keep popping them from this distance just to see how much better I can get. Overall, happy with that. Stick to it, shoot those arrows, increase your confidence.